that is coming from the GOK. The contract is designed by the donor to suit the donor, of course, and then our government officers agrees, knowing very well they cannot be able to raise the counterpart funding. And then the contract is saying that the project can only begin if the government has contributed their fair share. What happens? The money lies in central bank from the donor. The project cannot proceed. The contractor cannot proceed on site. And then there is now what we call interest on delayed payments. And I tell you, I want to tell this house, if there is something we really need to investigate, is the interest on delayed payment. We had even in some circumstances where the amount due compared to interest on payment are the same figure. You get a contractor that is has a pending bill of around 1.5 billion, and then the interest on delayed payment is 1 billion. And if you are going to sum that sum total, you will realize that this country might be losing up to around $500 billion in terms of delayed payment. And that's why we are calling upon all those agencies concerned to investigate the matter and escalate further these issues of delayed payment, so that the government can be able, when they have money, to negotiate with the contractors and get a favorable value for delayed payments. So that, assuming if the delayed payment was 1 billion, then they can maybe negotiate and only pay up to 25%, which will be fair. But also, we have had circumstances where government officials enter into contract, the contractor takes a loan, he does the job, and then when it comes to the time of payment, they cannot be paid, and what happens? The banker comes and sells all his assets because of failure to pay pending bills. So the issue of pending bills, we know every government, when it comes in, they usually want to investigate the issue of pending bills, which is good. But what we want to tell the government is that let us not delay payment of pending bills because of the investigations that is going on. Let those people who have been given the mandate, the committee that has been given the mandate to investigate on all pending bills, let them have a time frame that is not more than 1 year, so that they can be able to do away with the investigations. And those pending bills that are genuine, the government should look for money. Even I dare propose that they float a Eurobond on pending bills alone, so that all those contractors can be able to be paid, and we don't end up creating poverty, while genuine businessmen who are Kenyans have rendered their services in terms of goods and services, but they have not been paid. I think that is something that we need to take seriously. Another mongrel that we realize is the issue of the Auditor General and the courts. Sometimes I don't know whether it is engineered, maybe it is something that we need to investigate, because just by failure to do something small, a litigant goes to court, is given damages worth millions of shillings. And if you look at those contingent liabilities alone, you will be shocked at the amount that this government need to pay as a result of legal fees. There was even another one that a state agency themselves, they took themselves to the Supreme Court. I don't want to mention the name, I think it is mentioned in the report. They took themselves to the Supreme Court for purposes of getting advisory opinion. And the bill that the lawyer gave that agency was about $500 million. and that is a pending bill that we are supposed to pay, then you wonder